Welcome back. And today we're going to talk about the amazing real estate gold mine, housing, high tech, Boomtown, USA. Amazing growth, which is unprecedented and exciting. Real estate absolute gold mine, small high tech Boomtown, USA. That's right. The great legendary investor Warren Buffett says, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. You know what that means? You need to be greedy. You need to be capitalistic. You're going to prey on all those fearful people out there. That is how real estate investors take advantage of today's crisis and turn that into amazing opportunities. 10 years from now, you will thank yourself for it by taking your today's courageous action. Real estate investing have absolutely changed forever in our lifetime and beyond in a good ways. I have used this blueprint throughout my several decades of helping real estate investors all over the country, my students, my clients, my investors, to target Boomtown, USA, emerging markets, path of growth all these years. And I have made millions to regular real estate investors, the mom and pop investors out there, regardless where you live. Back in 2004, we entered the new build turnkey construction opportunity path of growth in Las Vegas, Boise, Idaho, Phoenix, all the Sun Belt boom towns. And over the course of several decades, those properties have doubled and tripled and quadrupled in value. Then that was back in 2004, 2013 to 19. Once again, I help investors to buy new construction single family homes for low price, 150 to 200K in Austin, Houston, Dallas, Raleigh, Charlotte, Atlanta, just to name a few. And those properties over time have doubled, tripled, quadrupled in value. Then the pandemic housing boom, 2020 to 2022, I help hundreds of my investors, my students, to invest in the emerging market, new construction, turnkey cash flow properties in Central Florida, Central Texas, even the Midwest. At that time, 3 years ago, 250K that they purchased, now around 450 to 500K. Many of the markets have doubled in value in about 3 to 4 years. That is the blueprint. That is the business model I have used, and today are no different. All I can say is today's challenging housing market, there's a lot of economic uncertainty. There's people calling for housing crash, correction, inflation, the tariff situation, the unstable political climate, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you invest in the right market, that's all it takes. Most people invest in the wrong market. They invest where they live, which is extremely a big mistake. You invest in a market where all the fundamentals, all the growth is happening. So consequently, throughout the last several decades, I have created amazing long-term relationships with hundreds of investors, and we have with builders. We have connection to builders at great pricing for these off-market, below-market deals. New construction in the path of growth in many boomtown markets, especially in the Sun Belt area. And we can go over a specific area so you can pull the trigger and create massive real estate wealth over the long term. We work with over 50 builders in various growth markets throughout the country to service our investors' needs. About 95% of the property we sell off market. The general public have no access to it. And we offer new construction, single family home, 2 to 4 units with 30-year fixed rate Fannie Mae lending guidelines, residential investing, and if off market, no other individuals out there in the public can access our network of investment properties. That is the value of what we provide. Again, the criteria you should use is emerging market boomtown, path of growth, first come, first serve, commuter towns, rural towns, built in underserved America, towns with 10,000 to 100,000 in population, 1 hour away from major metros, mostly south and southeast, some in the Midwest regions. We buy new builds at 50% below nationwide median price, 150 to 200K to 300K single family homes, and some duplexes and some fourplexes. So we go after job, economic, population growth, Sunbelt, expanding colleges and universities, healthcare, new infrastructure, close to military installations in certain cases, several major employers moving into little boom towns, major manufacturing hubs, semiconductor, high-tech hubs, centers bringing thousands of jobs in the next few years. We buy new builds, great rental market, great desirability, great demand, low supply, imbalance, landlord-friendly, good tenants, A-class tenant, long-term tenant, because they love to rent new build single-family homes. And the future, according to the Airbnb, the future of real estate investing is growth in small city, rural markets. That's right. Not in an urban area, not suburban, not mountain to the lake, not coastal, not mid-sized city, small boom towns, rural, an hour to an hour and a half from a major metropolitan. And you need to pull the trigger, buy at the beginning of the development. It's key before home prices skyrocket. Again, there are 3,000 counties in the country, and there are 19,000 cities in the US. Listen and listen carefully. And if you invest in North Texas, this is the area we are focusing on. Back in 2020 to 2023, among the fastest cities in the country, among the top 15, half of the top 15 fastest growing cities in the country are located in North Texas. And here are those cities: Salina, Roy City, Melissa, Princeton, Anna, Forney, all in North Texas. This is the market we're pulling trigger, not only now, but for years to come. There are many small boom towns in North Texas, and this is just one of the top something. The most current information just came out a few days ago. We're talking May. Today is May what? May 22nd, 2025. This chart just came out from U.S. Census Bureau, the top 15 fastest growing cities between July 2023 to July 2024, with a population of 20,000 people or more. Here it is: Princeton, Texas, Fulshire, Salina, Anna, Foley, Fate, all in the top freaking 15 fastest growing towns, cities in the country. They are located in North Texas. North Texas is growing at an exponential pace. You want to make some serious money? This is the area to target. Forget about the other 49 states. 19,000. Did I say 19,000? Yes, 19,000 cities. And you can concentrate on like 30 cities, 30 cities, 30 in the North Texas. That's all you, for the next 10, 15, 20 years, you create a realistic portfolio, multiple properties, if you have the capital to concentrate on these 30 small boom towns in North Texas, 30 of the fastest growing cities among 19,000 cities in the country. This data speaks for itself. So the Census Bureau only goes up to July 2024. We have July 2nd, 2024 to July 1st, 2025, the next data to come out from U.S. Census Bureau, and that's not going to come out until a year from now. But I would venture to say a year from now, which city will be number one fastest growing from July 24 to July 25? I have to say somewhere in North Texas, one of those cities that I just mentioned will be this year's number one or top 10, top 15. It's spreading like wildfire. It's happening for years to come. This is it, guys. This is it. Pull the trigger today. You'll be happy camper, financial camper for 10 to 15 years from now. This is a long-term buy and hold. Scale your portfolio. I'll show you. Just take a look at the map of the Dallas-Fort Worth region, North Texas. All these little cities, I know you can't see it that much. It's blurry. But these small towns, they are, if not already Boomtown today, they will be Boomtown tomorrow, or I don't know whether tomorrow or next month or next year, all over this landscape of North Texas. I kid you not. Now, this is more of a clearer Google map. All these small towns, some already booming extremely fast, double, triple digit, quadruple digit population growth. It's just the migration of people from inner core of Dallas and from people from all over Texas, people from all over the US are coming over to this region for jobs, high tech, low tech, medium tech. Major corporations set up headquarters. This is the financial hub of the USA, second to Wall Street. Wall Street is a financial hub of the US, and Dallas, Fort Worth is the second financial hub of the US. And this is a Silicon Valley 2.0 in Dallas Metroplex. That is what I'm talking about. To recap, according to the 2024 US Census Bureau, about 50% of the top 15 fastest growing cities in the country are located within 50-mile radius from each other, all in North Texas. All the clutter of the small boom towns are in a 50-mile radius. That's it. This 50-mile radius, geographically speaking, will beat the other 18,970 cities. These 30 or so cities in North Texas will exceed the growth of the other 99% of the country, the other almost 19,000 cities. Read my lips. Am I clear? Do you want me to repeat it again? Just kidding. Perhaps I'm not kidding. Whether you believe it or not, according to the U.S. Census data on cities, Florida and Texas once again stand to dominate the future growth of population and jobs. Contrary to what the mainstream media might put out there, those negative information that you've been hearing off and on. Princeton, the city of Princeton, Texas, that is the number one fastest growing in the country as of the latest from the Census Bureau, as I alluded to on the previous graph, which is dated July 2024. So read it on your own. It's an exponential growth. It's just massive growth. And the entry-level homes are only like 200,000, low 200K for our investors. But the median price of a home in Princeton, Texas is only $325K compared to the neighboring city of McKinney and Frisco at $500,000 or $750,000 respect. So you buy an affordable area in Princeton as an investment or as a primary home, and 20 minutes to the west, you can run into homes between $500,000 to $1 million. So what I'm trying to say is, in the inner core of the Dallas Metroplex, inside Dallas, downtown, and the surrounding 50-mile radius. We're talking, we have $700K to $1 million homes in those areas. You just go away to the suburb, to the exurb, you will find investment homes that our investors are buying for anywhere from 200 to 250K single family home, brand new construction. So you can achieve exponential growth into the future. As you can cash flow at 20 to 25% down payment now, if you take action sooner than later. This landscape of North Texas, I have never seen it in my more than 20 years of real estate investing. The kind of growth that are about to happen, it has already happened, but will continue to happen in North Texas for the foreseeable future. Texas right now is right behind California in terms of total population. In about 15 years, Texas is slowly catching up to California in total population. Did any of you are aware of these facts? Look at the Texas, the landscape is just as large as California. But in about 20-something years from now, Texas will exceed California in the total population number. Now, this is absolutely incredible. Why? I'm not going to go over it. You can research it while you're wrong. Information is out there in the mainstream media. It's the migration, it's the economy, it's the Dallas has more Fortune 500 mega corporation than anywhere, any of the cities in the country. Dallas have more financial hub, more financial services company per capita than any other area except New York City. They have more major corporation, Fortune 500 companies in Dallas, more companies than anywhere else in the country. And more and more companies and smaller corporations are moving into Dallas because Dallas they welcome businesses here. It's easy to do business. It's very profitable for corporations from all over the country to migrate into Texas and into North Texas especially. All right? But other than that, North Texas have a diversity of jobs second to none. In fact, North Texas, specifically the city of Sherman, which we will focus on for today's presentation, is called Silicon Prairie, and the tech boom in North Texas. By the way, I live in the real Silicon Valley, San Jose, for the past 30 years, and I still live here for the past 30 years. For me to speak highly of Texas and its high-tech boom in a financial hub, et cetera, it's just pretty surprising, to say the least. So take it for what it is. High-tech boom in North Texas. Who would figure that? Read the data. You can pause this screenshot anytime you want to digest this amazing data on each of the slideshow I'm providing to you. What we offer is affordable new construction in affordable growth markets with low interest mortgage financing to ensure you can cash flow in these great new constructions at 20 to 25% down payment, single family home, duplex and fourplex, mainly single family homes. You buy long distance, buy remote, buy turnkey, new builds, off market because they are not available to the public. You have to be a member of my network to have access to this exclusive investment opportunities. Today's economic and housing environment is all about affordability. Recent skyrocketing of home prices in the past few years and elevated mortgage rates have priced out many prospective home buyers. The American dream is dead. The middle class is dead. Consequently, We have become a nation of renters in a very historical way. Every time, and I come here often from California, I visit my team on the ground, and I came here recently, a couple of weeks ago, on the May the 9th, Friday, on a typical monthly bus tour that we offer for out-of-state investors to visit my team in North Texas, my property management team, and the whole turnkey one-stop shop company we partner with to help investors to buy turnkey, remote, almost passive investments. Every time I pass this white water tower as I go through North Texas, I see Boomtown. You can hear me say the word Boomtown quite a bit. This is my recent private bus tour in North Texas, which I visited Sherman, Greenville, Denison, and Princeton. By the way, this one-day tour is simply not enough. You have to tour the North Texas area for several days to see approximately 30 small cities, those small towns that are going to be, if not already, boom towns for the next few years and way beyond. This is oh, this is amazing. Look at this. All these people coming here from out of town to the monthly bus tour. You're welcome to come. Contact me and I'll set you up with a bus tour after you reveal my information, if that's what you want. My latest markets is the top 4: Sherman, Denison, Bonham, and Greenville. But there's a lot more, as you can see. But if you could enhance this Google map in the 50-mile radius of Dallas-Fort Worth, and you will see a whole bunch of little small cities, which right now you may not recognize all those little small towns. But in the foreseeable future, starting now, every year you will see the growth of these small towns. A massive amount of people are moving here for jobs and more jobs, and just absolutely incredible. Like I said, in my real estate investing career, I've never run into an area, a location, a housing market, a region that collectively have grown as much as it has grown in North Texas. All right, let's continue. There's a lot of million-dollar homes, but they're not located in the boomtowns. They're located in the inner core of Dallas and Fort Worth. And so we're not targeting $1 million homes. We're targeting entry-level homes, very affordable homes for real estate investors. So you can cash flow. You can match the rent you're collecting. You put 20 to 25% down payment on a 30-year fixed rate loan. You will achieve monthly cash flow. And then you're on your way to dominate the market. Not only cash flow, appreciation, tax benefit, the tenant's loan pay down, tax, just appreciation, rental rate increases, the whole multi-dimensional aspects of owning income property. Today, we will focus on Sherman. And again, the last 4 years of growth, Sherman, 36% growth in the past 4 years from 21 to 25. Denison, 30% growth, appreciation growth. Greenville, 33% growth. Look at the median price of homes 4 years ago versus this year in all the 4 growth pandemic boom towns. It's just absolutely incredible. Incredible. Again, more statistics. You can throw a dot in a suburban exurb area of Dallas-Fort Worth, and I will bet you it is a boomtown, or these cities will become a boomtown with amazing exponential growth, as you can see here, from 20,000 in population to 40,000 to 60,000 to 80,000 in the next several years. All these little towns. It may be very obscure right now, but in the future, not so much, because this past year, 2024, the 3 counties that we are targeting, Grayson County, Hunt County, and Collin County, the median price only 334,000 in Grayson County, Hunt County 293. Look at their median home price increase year over year from 2024 to 2025, 5 to 10%. Minimum home price increases just last year. Imagine 2025 is going to continue to appreciate because the demand is greater than supply. Economics 101. Job growth, population growth, and migration growth. It's just Econ 101. Housing shortage, obviously, in North Texas. So there you go. Not enough homes. It's growing too fast. That's the way it is. And we're focusing on Sherman, which I love Sherman. Sherman is a Silicon Valley or Silicon Prairie, the new Silicon Valley. The little town of Sherman of 45,000 people has welcomed, landed two multi-billion-dollar with a B projects, semiconductor manufacturing hub. Semiconductor plants propel Sherman into a high-tech future. Thousands of workers going to converge into Sherman, Texas in the next few years. Sherman, Texas, beacon of tech growth. Sherman is only about an hour and 15 minutes north of Dallas, Fort Worth. I'm not going to go over all the high-tech companies coming over here. Texas Instruments, Global Tech, and Laser Technology. It's just not only high-tech, huge high-tech companies are coming to a little town of Sherman, but smaller companies. Everything is growing. Look at this. Look at this. Look how many jobs in the next few years. And of course, the builders we work with, they have amazing builder incentives for our investors who wish to pull the trigger. They are buying the rate down for you, down to 5.6 to 5% 30-year fix, or maybe 5.75. I forgot. Of course, according to the Mortgage News Daily, the mortgage rate have exceeded 7% as we speak. But if you use our investment model, if you're part of our network, you can buy a new construction property off market and the builder will subsidize the incentives for you. Okay? Not only that, you're getting some builder warranties, 1 year, 5 year, 10-year builder warranties on top of that. And the builder will pay you 2% closing costs, and our property manager will give you first year's free property management so you can achieve even more cash flow that you will normally are accustomed to. And we got some amazing deals. I don't care you have done other deals before. You buy fix and flip, you do syndication, you buy those cheap markets where you can buy off the distressed market, tremendous amount of discount from those other locations in the US. Because nothing is going to compare to the deals you get with the new construction. Sometimes the builder will reduce their cost 30 to 40 grand on a $250,000 property because they need to sell off the remaining inventory so they can start building phase 2 of the master plan community in many of these boomtowns. The builders are giving you some great deals not because they're under distress. No, they need to accommodate the tremendous influx of people moving into all these multiple boom towns. They have to build, they have to get more construction going on. So any remaining inventory, our builders, they only work with my network. They allocate around 10 to 15% of their master plan community for investors. The remainder occupants of the new construction's master plan community in these towns are owner-occupied properties. Do you understand the value of this time using this kind of concept? Builder incentive. I don't know how much longer it's gonna last, but so the sooner you pull the trigger, the sooner you're gonna take advantage of this amazing builder incentives we have with our various locations. We're promoting a number of markets, 10, 15 markets throughout North Texas. But today, I'm just going to talk about Sherman, Texas. Why so many investors are drawn to our turnkey new builds investment model? Because our veteran team, they've been there for 20 years. I've vetted this market. I've done all upfront research for you, so you don't have to spend years and decades doing your own research and due diligence. I have done that for you. You see the value? The template is there. We have a turnkey, one-stop shop team on the ground where we vetted all the great locations, great neighborhoods, great zip codes, so you can be an investor, so you can invest remotely and passively to buy these single-family home new constructions and some duplexes, and regardless of where you live. And then this is almost semi-passive, and our property management do all the dirty work for you for years to come. So allow you to spend time that are more important to you. We're not going to trade time for dollar. Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, we offer new construction, single family homes start in the low 200K. Is that incredible? Where else in the country can you do this? Nowhere else. Feature lucrative year one tax savings, builder concessions, including interest rate buy down, cash towards closing. We select up and coming pockets around the Metroplex. I already mentioned to you all those boomtowns. We are selling these off market turnkey properties, and there are more serious investors waiting to pounce on our deals than there are available inventory. So I'm taking in a VIP list of people on a weekly basis. So if you want to work with me, if you're serious, we can consult. I will do some heavy dose of pre-screening. Make sure there's a right fit for you and I. So I can only accommodate so many investors. My times are very valuable. I only work with highly motivated investors who have the ability to pull the trigger. So that is how my system works. So again, our team on the ground been around for 20 years. They are one of the largest property management company in the area, in Texas for that matter. They are managing 1,000 properties for out-of-state investors for the past 20 years. Once again, I have exclusive relationship with the local national builders and local builders. No one have access to this type of inventory except my network investors who are part of my inner circle. No one else out there in the general public can even come close to working with this builder. They're not going to work with you because we have a written and formal and professional relationship with all these builders in the area for many years, not just in this market, in the other markets that we help other investors, such as Central Texas, South Texas, and up in Oklahoma, which is not too far from North Texas. And we have Alabama and we have Central Florida investment opportunities using the same investment business model, the one articulating to you about. This week's off-market listings, again, they get sold within maybe less than a week. Whenever our builder release 3 or 4 homes per week, for us, different location, we won't work with different builders, but 3, 4, 5 releases on a particular week, I have a VIP list. I let them know right away. They pull the trigger and the property is gone within a few days, within a week at the most. And when I put this kind of inventory out to my general marketing list, by that time, a few days later, it's all gone. So my VIP list of investors get the first crack of the limited amount of weekly release of inventory for our investors. Does that make sense? Am I clear? Hopefully I am. If I'm not, please talk to me. Here's some sample. I'm not going to go over this pro forma in depth because we'll have done other videos to talk about it. Suffice to say, all these numbers make sense. The current release, some of these already gone. Great area, very close to this community. Come from a national builder, is very close to the two high-tech companies, Texas Instruments and Global Wafers, like 2 miles away from the high-tech companies. Imagine how the growth of this particular area in Sherman. How can you build a brand new home, rental property you guys have access to, whereby the tenant potentially work for Texas Instrument just 1 mile up the road? This manufacturing, which can employ thousands of high-tech workers earning $75K to $150K annually. Some of those people could be your renter. So the rental market is very strong. A-class tenants, the whole 9 yards. So 248K single-family home, like 1,600 square foot, rents for $1,900. You put 20% down payment at the discount rate, at the builder's rate buy down of 5.75%, whatever. And at the end of the day, after all these deductions, your monthly positive cash flow is approximately $351. But your total return first year is 30% when you calculate the annual net cash flow plus the 5% appreciation projection at the end of the first year, plus the loan paid down by the tenant, plus a little bit of tax benefits, which everybody's situation is different. At the end of the day, 36% first year return on your investment. 36%, read my lips. Okay? Nothing, no asset class come close. All right. Review this pro forma on your own. Pause the screen, digest. Hopefully you know how to read the pro forma. I don't know. And yep, this is property, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, sometime 2-car garage, almost 1,500 square foot. Another planned 249K, rent for 1,725. Annual cash flow is 4,800. So monthly cash flow around a little bit more than $400. What more can you ask for? It's not all about cash flow. So we project 3 years ahead of time. We project whatever, and you see the total return for the next 3 years, which is mind-boggling. All the numbers looks really good, high quality, brand new homes, great construction, nice backyard. This is truly awesome, typical single-family home new construction we promote, which is best asset class. Single-family home new construction in a fast-growing market is the best asset class. It's a multi-dimensional tax benefit, the whole 9 yards. There's a housing shortage, not only in Texas, but nationwide. So what does lack of housing affordability means to you? More people are renting. The rental market could be strong. The rent going to increase in the next 2 years. So you're going to have more rent, more cash flow. What else can I say? Affordability. That's the name of the game. Unique opportunity in North Texas. Half the people are relocating into Texas have income of 150K. This is high quality tenants. So 150K or more. Only 17% of the tenants earn less than 75K. DFW is huge. A lot of land to expand into. Texas is very business friendly. Corporation love to move here because of the open space and quality of life and etc. DFW have 80 million daily miles, second highest per capita freeways in the U.S., 5,444 square miles of highways. So getting around to one place to another is very easy. Some additional pictures of my recent bus tour, which I took back in 9th of May. This is my wife, by the way. Look at this nice construction. This is beautiful cookie cutter entry-level homes that investment love to buy. So I had a great time touring all these locations. These homes are such high quality, easy to rent, and everything is just amazing. This is duplex, very high cash flow, brand new in Greenville. I think it's like 369K on both sides. Rents for, I think, 3,600 on both sides, 1,800 rent. I'm not sure, give or take. You put 25% down payment, you cash flow, I don't know, like $800 monthly. Amazing return, good area. This is the infill lot located here in Greenville. I took this picture. It does not have any garage. I don't know why, but it's very nice. And this is in Denison. I took a picture of this is an infill lot. The surrounding area or the older homes, the locals been living here for many decades. Our builder, this particular builder in Denison, they buy this infill lots at a number of strategic locations in Denison, and they scatter several homes here and there. So give the neighborhood a nice character. You combine the new construction, like you can see here, with the older homes of locals that live here for many years. So you get some character to the neighborhood. So the infill lot is a pretty unique concept, which works for investors buying these kind of homes. As I travel on this bus tour, of course, this is a relatively new Sherman Hospital right here, huge, accommodate the community of Sherman. Sherman, Texas, have like 50,000 people, I think, but it's going to grow exponentially in the next few years because a lot of high-tech, a lot of workers, not only the two huge high-tech companies are coming over, but many other companies are also moving into town. Everything is new. This is another the tour under the community. Nice home. This is I think this is a Global Wafers, one of the several high-tech companies in Sherman. So I took a picture of this chip manufacturing hub right here. This is the front side of Global Wafers. And this is the Sherman High School. As you can see right here, Sherman High School is brand new, huge high school, looked like a college campus. I took a picture from this car, the tour guide drive me around. This is the numerical formulas. You can educate yourself more by doing some pro forma calculations, how to calculate various type of returns. Looks complicated. It's not that bad. Our team on the ground here in North Texas and myself, we come together to create a business model. You time the market correctly. You pull the trigger as soon as possible, like yesterday. Once you're able to do that, so 2 to 6 year whole strategy. Once again, we work with many builders to service our investors' needs, whether your goal is retirement or supplement your passive income or entire model. Our entire model is built around building you a large performing portfolio as quickly as possible, regardless of where you start. Our unique process involves 1031 tax-deferred exchange every 2 to 6 years. Our off-market new construction homes, which no one have access to it except people in my network, which I have helped hundreds and hundreds of investors over several decades, and you could be one if you're willing to contact me. So we have a one-stop shop, people on the ground, property management, everything. And we help you do the entire process before, during, and after your ownership. Based on 5 to 10% appreciation growth in the next 2 to 6 years, once you buy the property today, for example, in 2 to 6 years, if you have enough equity, you have enough loan to value, LTV, you can sell your property for profit, or you can do a 1031 tax deferred exchange. So you can exchange it to 2 or more properties. That is how you leverage. That's how you scale. Use the equity appreciation to buy more properties so you can build yourself a massive amount of portfolio of homes over the years. And you repeat the process based on the projected return appreciation. So North Texas, you could, for the next 10, 20, 30 years, you could scale your portfolio with 10, 15, 20 small boom towns, and the properties we help you buy in those small boom towns all across North Texas. This is real, folks. We do the 2 to 6 year whole strategy for a reason. This is a realistic assessment because our team on the ground, they've been around for a long time. Our property manager on the ground have managed more than 1,000 properties for out-of-state investors. They have done an amazing job. They see the growth. I see the growth. I don't know. This train is not going to stop anytime soon. It's going to drive forward regardless of the economy, regardless of any negativity or economic uncertainty. It doesn't matter. When people have jobs in a growing area, they gonna feel good about themselves. They make money. You as an investor, you go where the money is at. You go where people are moving to. The people business. So I'm not gonna spend too much time. The first year, the third year, sixth year, that's how you grow your portfolio using the equity leveraging of the appreciation you can get. Cash out refinance, tax-free event. You can buy more properties if and when your property grow at 5 to 7% appreciation for the next 2 to 6 years. You can buy more properties using equity. Using equity, you have gain. So that's how you scale. You buy all these nice cookie cutter homes over time. Long-term investing, don't get me wrong, is not a get rich quick scheme. That's how. If you're ambitious, if you're motivated, you can buy as many properties as you want for the next 10, 15, 20 years. But then again, some of you, look, I'm only going to buy 3 to 5 properties in the next 5 years. That's fine. You can still achieve financial freedom with only several of these great high quality asset purchases. You don't have to buy 100 doors. Okay. Although you could if you want to, but look, everybody goes in situations and risk tolerance is different. A lot of you have a very busy working a full-time job you love. That's fine. You can still invest in real estate and scale your portfolio even with a full-time job. That's the idea behind my investment philosophy after all these years. We are drawing down into my presentation. At the end of the day, you have to be motivated. You have to find the capital to initially buy the properties with 20 to 25% down payment for cash flow. Your empire mindset, you grow from 1 to 10 property to 100 property in the next X number of years. How many? But I don't know how many years it takes. It all depends. Everybody goals and object goals are different. Your risk tolerance is different. I get it. So you need to, no matter what, you need to develop a positive mindset. And in the end, doesn't matter how many properties you own. All you need to spend 1 to 2 years per month in managing your portfolio, not per day, not per week, not whatever. That's almost how passive it is in owning this type of portfolio, because you're surrounding yourself with a great team. The great team, they will help you. They will do everything for you. Our team on the ground, we have vetted everything for you. The location, the zip code, the neighborhood. We built the right houses for investors. We rent these houses very quickly, very well. Our property management is great. Our team on the ground is great. Our team will scope, run the numbers for you, send you the properties that fit your criteria. Once you consult with me and all that, you can do if you located in Washington State, California, or wherever, New York State, we can do a virtual visit without having to ever leave your home. You can do this remotely from far away. We send you pictures, videos, or the properties you wish to pursue, and we will introduce you our investment lenders, the great lenders that's financing in all 50 states, basically. So in-house lenders. And of course, the builders, they have the incentives for you. They can help you buy down the rate, as I mentioned earlier. Our in-house property team, management team, acquisition team, and sales, leasing, repairs, maintenance, it provide you with a truly hands-off experience. Then over time, once you close escrow, we can help you monitor the market with updates. We'll send you updates to help you know the conditions, housing conditions, or the property where you're located. And when it's time to cash out refinance, to buy more properties, or to do a 1031 exchange, we will help you do all that. But when you close escrow on the property, our property management will create a login portal, online portal. It's so easy. On a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, our property management will input whatever activities they've done on your property. All you got to do is log in your password into the property management portal. You will see all the activities that has been done on your property, if any. So that's how you communicate with our property management team. Just everything's done real time. You communicate through the portal. The communication The text and email is directly in the login portal for each property that you own with our property management. So that's the extent of your management. 2 hours per month, whether you own one property or 10 properties. Most of the time you spend on your portfolio or counting the rental checks that you receive every month. That's the extent of your time. Just kidding. But the other effort you might have to spend is whenever there's a tenant turnover, maybe once a year, maybe once every 3 years. A lot of your high quality tenants, they can stay at your rental house for a year to 3 years, sometimes even longer. Great tenants, great everything, high quality neighborhood, B plus neighborhood, B plus tenants, sometimes A minus neighborhood. So that's what happens when you buy new construction. Home appreciation over time will increase. There's only one downturn, housing downturn back in 2006. That's the global financial crisis. Other than that, in the past 100 years, housing prices continue to go up over long term. That's the history. As I conclude, the biggest opportunities always come from being early. Once these changes start taking effect, the window to position yourself ahead of them closes forever. So pull the trigger, create some kind of urgency for you. The next step, contact me for a 15-minute complimentary consultation. If there's a right fit, then I will go over my fees and services of how we can work together to achieve your financial goals. So this is my contact information. And again, to recap, I just provide you a one market, one area, Sherman, Texas, among many sub-markets we have in North Texas. We have investment properties located in 6, 7 different locations throughout North Texas. Today's presentation only talk about the great Sherman single-family home investment opportunities. We only have, every week we'll have few houses to be released to our VIP list. They get sold very quickly because we're working with some very savvy investors that have done it before. They have purchased from our network prior in other markets. Now they're converging into North Texas. So we have more serious and savvy investors on my database than there are available inventory of homes that comes in to our inventory on a weekly basis. Contact me first and foremost so we can see whether you qualify, whether we should be working together. Other than that, if you're not ready, it's up to you. You can put your email into my website below, yerealestateenetwork.com. By being a free member of our real estate investing community, you will receive free contents on a weekly basis, download into your email so you can, with your own free time, learn about real estate investing opportunity for free. And whenever you're ready, hopefully sooner than later, you contact me. I'll do some pre-screening to make sure you qualify. You're willing to submit to my systems, process, and procedures, and then we'll work together one-on-one, you, myself, and my team on the ground in North Texas will help you with everything, the long term. Thank you so much. If you receive any value whatsoever from watching this video, then please comment and subscribe and comment and like also. Thank you so much. This is Siwin Yi. I'll see you soon for our next video. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.